Hi boys and girls, this is Mr. Anderson. Today we're going to be talking about word problems, two-step word problems to be exact. This is a word problem that you should have on your packet. It's the very first one. So if you will go ahead and open up your packet to this, we're going to walk through all the steps that we need to do in order to solve a word problem. I'm going to show you a couple of different methods that we can use, and then you should have all the tools you need to be able to solve the rest of the problems all on your own. Today we're going to be using the cubes method. We've used this before in class, but this is just a refresher in case you've forgotten how to do that. Remember, with the cubes method, we're going to spell the word cubes, and for each letter, we're going to do a certain action on our word problems. C stands for circle the numbers. So I'm going to read my problem out loud. I'm going to find my numbers, and then I'm going to circle those numbers. Rita read 36 pages in her book before lunch. After lunch, she read some more. If she read a total of 89 pages, how many did she read after lunch? I see two numbers. The first number is 36, and the second number is 89. Next, I'm going to look at U. U stands for underline the question. Rita read 36 pages in her book before lunch. After lunch, she read some more. If she read a total of 89 pages, here comes a question. How many did she read after lunch? Next, we're going to do B. B stands for box in the key words. When I was reading this the first time, I noticed something very important. I noticed these words, some more. When I see the word some more, that automatically tells me this is going to be an addition problem. If I have a group of something and I'm losing them or I'm giving them away, I'm not ever going to have more than I had to begin with. So some more means that this is going to be an addition problem. I'm getting more than I had before. E stands for eliminate what you don't need. Now, there's a lot of things we don't really need here in the story. She could be reading book pages. She could be counting pencils, all kinds of stuff. That's not really necessary. What's necessary is the numbers, the key words, and what the question is. The last step in the cubes method is to solve the problem. In order to solve the problem, I need to make myself a number sentence. So first I'm going to start with the number of pages that she read, which is 36. Then I'm going to add, because remember, some more means I'm adding. Now, it doesn't tell me what I'm adding. It just tells me what my total is. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to add yet, but I do know that whatever I add, I'm going to get 89 pages altogether. So this is what our number sentence is going to look like. 36 plus something equals 89. Now we're going to talk about two different methods that we can use to solve this problem. The first method that we're going to use is the place value chart. When we use a place value chart, all we do is we draw our quick tens and ones in our chart, and we turn this number into the quick tens that we can use in order to solve it. So we have 36 here. I'm going to look and see how many hundreds, how many tens, and how many ones. Now I don't have any hundreds, so I'm going to leave that area blank. I do have some tens. I have 3 tens, so I'm going to draw those here. Remember, when we draw our quick tens, they're going to be long lines. I'm going to next look at my ones. It looks like I have 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and those are little dots. Now, I don't know what comes next. This is an unknown number, but I do know that at the end, I need to have 89. So all I'm going to have to do is count up from what I have here in my place value chart until I get to 89. So first, I'm going to start with my tens because I always want to start with my highest number. I have 3 tens here. I'm going to count on until I get to 8 tens. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next, I'm going to add on until I get to the amount of ones I need. I have 6 here, so I'm going to add 7, 8, and 9. Now, in order to find out what our mystery number is, we are going to have to see what all we added. This is everything that we added. So I'm going to just take these quick tens and I'm going to turn them into regular numbers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. Here's my 5 tens. And I have 1, 2, 3 ones. Here are my 3 ones. So that means my missing number is going to be 53. Now, if this is not your favorite way to solve the problem, or maybe you want to check your work and make sure you got it correct, there's another method that we're going to use. The next method that we're going to use is called the number line. This is one that we've practiced before, but we've usually used it during our subtraction. So we're going to remember a couple of things when we're using it with addition. When we're adding, our number line is going to go this direction because the numbers are getting bigger and bigger. So I know that at the very end of my number line, I want to reach the number 89. So I'm going to go ahead and put 89 here. I know at the very beginning of my number line, I'm starting off with 36. So I've got 36 here, and I've got 89 at the end, and I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did with my place value chart. I'm going to add my tens first, and then my ones until I get all the way up to 89. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my tens. I've got 36. I'm going to add 10 more. That equals 46. Now we're still a little ways away from 89, so I'm going to go ahead and add some more tens. Add 10 more. That equals 56. 10 more is 66. 10 more is 76. 10 more is 86. Now I'm going to pause right here because if I add 10 more to 86, I'll get 96. And that means I have overshot the number that I want to have, which is 89. So I'm going to stop right here, and instead of adding any more tens, I'm going to instead add ones. So I've got 86. I'm going to add one more. That equals 87. I'm going to add one more. That equals 88. And if I add one more, I land right on 89. Now, all we have to do once we're done with our number line and we've reached our number that we need to, we're going to just add our tens and ones together. So as I count off my tens, I'm going to cross them out. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I've got 5 tens. I'm going to put my 5 here. And I've got 1, 2, 3 ones. 5 tens and 3 ones. Did we get the same answer as before? We sure did. So that tells me that I solved it correctly both times. Now, it's up to you if you would like to solve using the number line or the place value chart. It doesn't matter as long as you can get the right answer. Sometimes I like to use 2 different methods just to double check my work and make sure I got the right answer. That's how simple it is to solve your 2-step word problems. If you're still not sure on how to solve these problems, you can watch this video again, or you can email me or one of your teachers to ask them any questions that you have. Remember that we're going to use the cubes method when we go through our passage that has our question in it. And if you need to read it more than once, that's okay. Remember, we had to read it 3 or 4 times in order to make sure we identified all the information that we needed in there. So this is going to be the first day of your math, and we'll post a new video tomorrow talking you through how to do the next step of your math in your packet. I hope you guys are having a good time and staying safe. We'll see you later.